Hi, welcome back to the channel, Virginia Families and Their Stories. My name is Sonny Strauss. I have decided to make things a little bit more interesting by adding an AI-generated background to this family tree. I hope you don't mind. As you can see, there are red lines on this family tree. These represent my personal ancestral lineage that I have tracked using primary sources and documentation. So I want to start off with Reverend James Blair, who was the founder of William and Mary College in 1693. My ancestor, William Randolph, was a founder and trustee of this college in 1693 as well. Reverend Blair was a commissary for the Bishop of London, and like many high-ranking Virginians, he also owned people. He did not have any children, but his brother, Dr. Archibald Blair, did. I did not list all of his children for the sake of this video because I only go through specific lines. Two of these lines, as you will find out, connect directly to the descendants of Matoka, aka Pocahontas. I apologize if I mispronounce her indigenous name. The first line I will go through is Elizabeth Blair, who was a daughter of Dr. Archibald Blair, a prominent physician, and a niece of Reverend James Blair. She married John Bowling II, a son of John Bowling I and Mary Kennan. And John Bowling II and Elizabeth Blair had several children, and their legacy of descendancy continued. And I may go into that in a different video, but for now I'm just going to go back to John Blair, who married Mary Monroe, daughter of Reverend John Monroe. John Blair was at one point president of the council, was commander-in-chief of the Virginia colony, and acted as governor on 4 occasions. And not surprisingly, he earned a degree from William and Mary College, being a nephew of the founder. He also served as the mayor of Williamsburg as well, and a burgess for the same place, along with other qualifying occupations. In relation to Williamsburg Bray School, one of the first schools for educating enslaved African Americans using the curse of Ham and distorted Christianity, he forced some of his enslaved to actually attend this school in the 1760s. He also had more children than I am listing on this family tree. His son John Blair maintained the legacy of William and Mary by serving as a burgess for it. He also sat on the committee that prepared the Declaration of Rights for the Virginia Constitution of 1776. He also served on the Council of State, High Court of Chancery, and possibly more importantly, he was a founding father by signing the U.S. Constitution. His sister Anne married John Bannister. John Bannister actually married twice. His first wife was Anne Bland, daughter of Theodoric Bland and Frances Bowling. His second wife was Anne Blair. Interestingly enough, his sister married my 5th great-grandfather, Robert Bowling III. However, they did not have any children, and I descend from his second marriage to Mary Marshall Tabb, a female patriot. In the spring of 1781, the British were attempting to take complete control over Petersburg and attempted to take over my 5th great-grandmother's plantation, and she refused to run away when the British came in, and so they occupied it. Unfortunately, this led to her and my aunts and uncles being under house arrest by the British. But she refused to flee, which qualified her for membership and allowed me to grant membership into Sons of the American Revolution. And so as you can see, I obtained a certificate proving my lineage to her. Her husband, my 5th great-grandfather, Robert Bowling III, was a delegate to the First Virginia Convention, which again qualifies him and me for patriotism under him. He was also among other Virginia burgesses that agreed with resolutions at the Raleigh Tavern in Williamsburg, and they pledged to boycott and not import British luxury goods as a form of rebellion and protest. He owned more than one tobacco warehouse and owned over 70 enslaved people. He also served in the Virginia House of Burgesses for many years. Back to John Bannister and Anne Blair. John Bannister served in the Virginia House of Burgesses. He attended all 5 Revolutionary Virginia conventions. He voted for American independence. He helped prepare Virginia's Declaration of Rights and First State Constitution just like John Blair. He also was elected to Continental Congress and even signed the Articles of Confederation, America's first form of government. Was even elected to Virginia's Council of State and became first mayor of Petersburg. As well, he had own people. They had only 2 children, Dr. Theodoric Blair Bannister and John Monroe Bannister. Dr. Bannister married Senora Peyton Tabb, my first cousin several generations removed, daughter of John Tabb, my uncle, and Frances Peyton, my aunt. My uncle was incredibly wealthy and another patriot. Not only does he serve as a Burgess for Amelia County, Virginia, but he was a part of the committee called the Virginia Colonial Committee of Safety when it formed in 1775, and a delegate to the Virginia Convention. According to his appraisal of his estate, he owned over 400 enslaved people. John Monroe Bannister married my half-third great-grand-aunt, Mary Burton Augusta Bowling, only daughter and child of Mary Burton Bowling and Robert Bowling IV. My 4th great-grandfather married 4 times. His first marriage was to Mary Burton Bowling, a descendant of Pocahontas. Because Mary Burton Bowling is a granddaughter of John Bowling II and Elizabeth Blair, that would make her also a grandniece of John Blair. I descend from Robert Bowling IV in his 4th marriage, which makes George Washington Bowling my 3rd great-grandfather. My 4th great-grandfather was asked by Thomas Jefferson to raise a volunteer troop for Petersburg during the Revolutionary War, and he did, and he was captain of this troop. He was also elected mayor of Petersburg and sat on the Virginia House of Delegates, and was also an enslaver. As you can see, you can find several connections when doing genealogy, and this is what I find so interesting and fun about doing this work. I hope this will encourage you to do your own searching and find something very interesting.